What's up, fam? We want to fill y'all in about a story that R&B legend Alexander O'Neal has shared over the years about his fallout with Prince and The Time. If you don't know, O'Neal was originally supposed to be the lead singer for The Time, but things didn't quite work out that way. And according to Alexander, the way he was pushed out was just wrong. So, check this out. Back when The Time was still called Flight Time, Alexander says he was in the group and they were already recording at Prince's house, ready to blow up. But before he could officially get on, he says he was kicked out of the group. The criticized crooner has said some folks believed he was pushed out because he was, quote, too dark-skinned to be the lead singer, especially when they ended up replacing him with Morris Day, who, as we all know, is a lighter-hued brother. But according to what Alexander told Space POO-TV, it wasn't only about skin color. He also thinks it was because he was too opinionated. In his own words, he said, "Some people said it was because I was too black in skin pigmentation. But I still think it was because I was opinionated. I'd started showing I could think and started asking questions about the financial arrangements. And y'all know, when you start asking about money, some folks get real quiet, real fast." What really hurt him, though, was the way it all apparently went down. According to Alexander O'Neal, he was still performing with the group, and they were already rehearsing with his replacement behind his back. So pretty much he's saying that while he was out here doing shows, thinking everything's good, Prince was allegedly prepping Morris Day to take his spot. Alexander also said, "The main thing I couldn't respect about it was that Prince hadn't been man enough to tell me, because all of a sudden, Flight Time started rehearsing behind my back so they could become The Time without me." As Alexander put it wasn't until Terry Lewis stepped up that Alexander found out what was really happening. Terry was the only one who had the guts to tell him the truth. And as much as that hurt Alexander, he didn't let it destroy him. In fact, it apparently fueled him to push harder. He said, "Though when I got the news, I was really hurt. A lot of times good things come out of a bad situation, and that was just fuel for the fire for me."
You know, it was a pretty heart-wrenching experience, but, it's been long since been water on the bridge, because sometimes out of negative experience come positive things, and you just have to look for the silver lining. So what I did was, I took that and I helped to fuel my fire, and I said that, well, if I'm good enough to be considered to be a lead singer for a group, an international for Prince, then I must be good enough for the music industry.
Absolutely.
So I said, now I'm really gonna go for it, right?
Now here's where the story comes full circle. After Alexander reportedly got kicked out, he didn't just disappear. And funny enough, years later, Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, who also ended up getting fired by Prince, made good on a promise they had made to Alexander. After they left The Time, they helped him land a record deal, and the rest is history. Alexander said, "When Jimmy and Terry came home from LA one summer night, after they got kicked out of The Time by Prince, they came into this club I was performing at in downtown Minneapolis and were like, 'Alex, when we get our plans off the ground, we're gonna get you a record deal.' And that's exactly what they did." So, there you have it. Alexander O'Neal's story is one of betrayal, but also one of resilience. He got kicked out of The Time in a shady way, allegedly, but in the end, he bounced back and his career took off. Now, whether it was his skin color or the fact that he was too outspoken, we may never know the full story. But what we do know is that Alexander turned that negative into something positive and came out on top. What do y'all think? Was Prince wrong for letting him go like that? Or do you think there's more to the story? Let us know in the comments, and let's chop it up about this. And of course, if you dig this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Thanks for rocking with I Love Old School Music. Old school news with a new point of view. Peace and love, y'all.